Jai Hind, my dear students. Welcome to your science class. Today we are going to start new chapter, that is sorting material into groups, and in this particular slide we are going to see about what are materials, what are examples of materials, and what is the need of sorting material into group, as the name of the chapter is sorting material into the groups, and how can we sort the material into various group. So let's start with what are materials. In a very simple manner, you can say that a material is a physical substance used to make things. All the things are made up of one or another kind of materials. Okay, and the matter of which an object is made is called material. So this and this both are saying the same thing, like nothing is possible without material, and material makes all the things. Their form may be different, their shape may be different, their size may be different, but one or another material are going to make things. Okay, that is the definition of a material. Certain examples, if you see that metals, plastic, ceramic, glass and fibers, they are examples of certain materials. Okay, and the things you are able to see around you, they are made up of one or more type of material. There are certain things which are made up of only one type of material, and there are certain things which are made up of made by mixing many materials. Okay, what may be the example, like glass, metal, plastic, wood, cotton, paper, mud, asphalt. So there may be something which is made up of one material, like if you see the wood, it is made up of one material, wood. Okay, or if you see the cotton, made up of cellulose. But if you go to metal, made up of one things. Okay, but if you go with glass, plastic, paper, so it is mixture. Okay, so that's what the example is. If you see the cloths we are wearing, that is made up of fiber. Then chair, it may be made up of plastic, or it may be made up of wood. Okay, and the window we are seeing in our school, it is made up of glass along with the wood. Okay, so there may be many more examples, and you can see all the things you are seeing around, they are made up of materials. Okay, now the question comes, why to sort material into groups? What is the need of sorting material into groups? Okay, so very simply you can say that if we sort the material into various groups, then we can place them at a particular place. Okay, so that's why sorting out the material is very important for proper placement of material. Okay, and if we are having proper placement, then we know that of which material the thing is made up of, and that will lead to the proper care and maintenance of that material. Okay, suppose something we are having which is made up of iron, then it must be painted regularly to avoid rusting. Okay, if something is made up of plastic, then we need to take care that it is not in open area, or it is not in direct sunlight. Otherwise, you know that plastic will be degraded when it is in sunlight. Okay, it is not having any reaction with the water, but it will have its deterioration in when it is in sunlight. Okay, and the third thing why material is important to sort is personal safety. Suppose we are having certain glass material, and it is spreaded somewhere, and if there any there are chances that by any accident it falls down and it breaks into pieces, and suppose our legs goes there, it may prick into our leg. So there are chances that maybe any kind of accident when the things are at a particular place, there are chances that we are not going to meet any accident. Or you can say the intensity, or you can say the number of accident can be minimized. by sorting the material into groups. So how can we sort the material? So if we see the physical properties, very easy to sort the material if we consider physical property of any object. Okay, so first thing is how it looks, like appearance, whether it is lustrous or non-lustrous. Lustrous means this is the unique sign that metals are having. Okay, unique signing property is known as luster, and metals are having lustrous property, and non-metals are not having lustrous property. So first is appearance. Second one, you can see the hardness. Okay, whether the material is hard or soft. Okay, we will see examples also, what are hard material, what are soft material. But let's see how can we divide or how can we sort out material into groups based on certain property. So whether it is hard or soft, we can divide into two groups. Okay, and based on the solubility, where we are considering solubility, whether it is soluble in water or not, because water is universal solvent. So that's why we are taking water as a solvent, and we are considering whether the material is soluble in water or insoluble in water. We will have some examples also. And fourth property, whether it is allowing light to pass through it or it is not. Okay, if it is allowing light to pass through it, then it is transparent. If it is not allowing light to pass through it, then it is opaque. And if it shows the property which is in between the opaque and transparent, then it is translucent. Okay, and you can find out what are the examples of translucent material. I will give you examples in next videos. Okay, and fifth one is buoyancy. Buoyancy means what? The tendency to float in or on other liquid, in the water or on the water, you can say, or on other liquid. If it is floating, then you can put into floating group, or if it is sinking, or you can say non-floating, then you can put into another group. So these are certain ways by which we can divide materials into group. So 5 property you have seen. Now in assignment, what you have to do, you have to make the list of objects which are made up of wood, iron, fiber and mud, and your list should have 5 examples in each. Okay, that's all for in this video. We will meet in next video beta. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.